Hello there, I'm Chicken Farmer. Welcome to my channel. Today's video will be about the T-50, a 2.7 Russian light tank. I'm going to be trying something a little bit different with this video. I'm going to try to make it a little bit shorter, a little bit more compact than the rest of my videos. So the T-50, this thing is an absolute menace of a light tank, especially at this battle rating. This thing, it just doesn't make a lot of sense. It's extremely fast, has very well angled and very good effective armor, and it has a somewhat punchy gun, and the vehicle just all around just comes out to be a very, very decent package of everything. When it comes to armor, this thing has roughly around 60 millimeters worth of effective armor on the front, which if you watched one of my more recent videos about the Valentine, that is the same exact effective value. Although this armor is technically thinner, it's just way more angled. The turret, on the other hand, is around 40 millimeters on the cheeks, so don't expect to be bouncing shells off of your turret too often. When it comes to survivability, this is definitely where the tank falls apart. If you receive a penetration, there's an extremely high chance that you will get knocked out with one shot. All 4 crew members are absolutely jam-packed into this tank, so one somewhat decently well-placed shell will absolutely just wipe every crew member out. It is a far from survivable tank, although it is a light tank, so what do you expect? When it comes to firepower, it's got a decent little 45 millimeter. This 45 millimeter gun is packing its best ammo as stock. Its quote-unquote upgraded APBC shell is honestly not really worth it in my opinion. From what I've used it, the trade-off between having explosive filler or a couple extra millimeters of pen is really not worth it to me. Although it does carry APCR, it does have the ability to have APCR that has some extra pen in comparison to its standard ammo. It can get up to over 100 millimeters of pen, which at 2.7 is not bad. You may run into a few heavily armored things that have some flat angles, so it's definitely worth bringing a few of these shells along with, just in case you run into those vehicles. Although most of the time you'll probably end up using this thing to flank those types of vehicles, but if you run into a Matilda or whatnot, it might be a worthwhile thing to have a few of these on hand. Now when it comes to mobility, it has an insane top speed of 64 kilometers an hour. You can play this thing extremely aggressive because of its speed, and you can get away with it. It's got the bouncy armor, so if they do end up shooting you, you can most likely bounce the shell off. And also you have such an insane top speed and decent traverse speed that you can really make work with this vehicle. Now, one of its massive downsides is its turret rotation speed is extremely slow, and it also only has 7 degrees of gun depression, which for some hills might work, but generally speaking, you don't really want to sit on hills with this thing. This thing is just all around such a good package of a vehicle. Got everything you could possibly want. I suppose the firepower is a little lacking in the grand scheme of things, although I think the gun is pretty solid, especially with the build that it is on. So yeah, I think that's a pretty good summary of this thing. Before we get into gameplay, please press the like button, just take the 2 seconds. It helps me out a lot. Also, if you're into War Thunder and you like watching War Thunder content, consider subscribing. I post quite often, and yeah, let's get into that gameplay. Sadly, it spawned me before I could adjust my ammo loadout. From what I'm seeing, you either want to pack 100, which removes all the ammo from one side of the tank, or pack 33, which will get rid of most of the ammunition in the tank, which is probably the loadout I will be going with. I've messed around with it a little bit this morning, but that's about it. I haven't really spent much time in this vehicle. It's been a while since I have. I used to main my 2.7 loadout for Russia, but nowadays I've moved on a little bit. Man, I just killed everybody in his tank. Yeah, these standard shells just go crazy, especially if you can get a flank on people. Yeah, this is definitely another one of those vehicles you could play like a complete imbecile. I know that he's shooting me in the side. I'm not. Oh, I should have flicked around faster. I thought I might be able to survive another shot, but whatever. I don't really care. I personally am not going to bring any APCR shells, as I just kind of want to W key into people today. I think that that's a viable option in this vehicle, although it really shouldn't be because it's a light tank. Dude, low tiers are weird. I believe I hear someone over here. I don't think he realizes I'm here. I honestly, oh, his buddy killed me. Well, that sucks. Something I'm really bad at, because I don't play an absolute ton of light tanks, is just scouting. Active scouting is just such a important thing. I just always forget it. He had the same idea that I did. I hear him coming back for revenge. And that, my friend, is why you don't carry full ammunition. He had a lot of ammo in there. I haven't played my 105 in a while. I haven't looked at the ammo amount. I don't know if he had like way too much ammo or if that's like the normal ammo amount. I thought he would push a little bit farther forward. Non-pen to his cupola? Alright. I kind of feel bad about shooting his gun right there, because I thought he was going to keep on moving forward. That's why I shot. Oh. No. Caught me out. That sucks. I can't believe I've survived this. I hate Sherman 105s, man. They are literally so like, they're just busted. That's one of the big reasons why low tiers just suck to me, is if you're playing anything other than American, you run into 105s, and there's really not a ton you can do against a 105 in so many of the vehicles that can see it. Like, I'm gonna have to look at his armor again and see if I'm just whining about something that it's just an absolute skill issue, but if I have trouble with a Sherman 105, I know that so many low tier people do. I know that for a fact. I'm not saying I'm good at the game at all. I'm just saying I am a way higher level than most of the people playing low tiers. And that's why I think that the 105 is broken when I have trouble with 105s. Now, you could also say that, oh, it's based off of what vehicle I'm playing as well. Yes, you're right. But generally speaking, I'd like to I was hoping to like get his track or pen, either or. Okay, I just missed by an inch. You know, I'm just gonna WQ and play like an absolute idiot right now. I feel like that would be the most fun. Kind of what you get. I don't even care about dying there. Was he like, where was that guy? Oh, he was on the point. Yeah, I just wanted to get that Sherman 105. So yeah, that's the T-50. This thing is really fun. It's definitely not one I'd break out all the time, but if you haven't gotten your hands on it yet, definitely do so. It is well worth your time. One of this thing's nightmares is up tiers. I don't think that this is one that you want to up tier any at all, if I'm being completely honest. Another nightmare for this thing is Sherman 105s, because you're gonna have one hell of a time trying to pen it from the front, and the only way to deal with a 105 is to flank it, and we all know the 105s, they can spin themselves around very easily, and usually a 105's spin is faster than a T-50 can drive around it. But yeah, overall, if you don't have it, I mean, it's really low in the tech tree. You can get it in a couple hours of grinding. 2.7 Russian is fun, and yeah, that's about it. If you've enjoyed this video, on your way out, please press like, and maybe even press sub if you've enjoyed. So yeah, have a chill day.